What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Post Credit Chat Movies and TV. My name is Mark, and this is Sam, and we've got three exciting things to go over with you guys today. First, we got our first look at Avengers Doomsday. Being a year out, this is kind of exciting. We got Stranger Things Volume 2 coming up in just a few short days, Sam. We're not far from that, but we also got a trailer to kind of hype us out. The Duffer Brothers wanted to throw us a little bit of a bone, and we got it. We are also, well, not we. I went and saw Avatar Fire and Ash, and I am, oh gosh, we're going to talk about it.
Oh,
So
I can't wait, dude.
we're going to talk about Avatar Fire and Ash. Sam, let's just jump right into it. Or before we do, let me housekeeping. Gotta let you guys know where you can find us. You can find us here right now where you're watching on YouTube, youtube.com/post credit chat. You can also find us at Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and X, all at the handle of Post Credit Chat as well. Sam, I want to jump right into it. We've got kind of quite a bit of things to talk about, even in our radar. But we do have Avengers Doomsday. They put out a teaser trailer that was attached to Avatar Fire and Ash. But before we even talk about the trailer or the teaser, this did leak. This leaked pretty heavily about a week before the teaser was released, I would say. Maybe not quite a week, maybe a few days less, 5 days or so. But I actually saw the teaser. My thing with these kinds of stuff, when things leak, I don't ever want to necessarily promote the leak, but I myself don't mind watching the leak. So I went ahead and I watched it. Did you see the leak at all by
So I
chance?
did, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought that it was AI at first, and then I saw the official one, and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that was real."
It's funny you say that because a lot of comments on like Reddit and stuff, people were saying, so it's AI. Oh, it's AI. And,
yes.
and even like some of Instagram and TikTok, I think people were saying same thing, AI. But yeah, no, we got a legit teaser, a legit look, and saying it's AI was not like a knock on our end of saying like it looks bad. It is more so just that
You can't trust anything these days,
you can't
man.
trust anything. Exactly. Well, so we got this teaser. Let's kind of run through it and talk about it because there is a lot to talk about, and then in a weird way, there's just not. But we'll get to that, I guess. So the teaser opens up. We see some guy on a motorcycle, pulls up to a house, gets off his motorcycle, and walking up to a door, and we hear the Avengers theme music, dun 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 dun. Or wait, that may not be it. I don't know. But we hear some Avengers music, some Marvel music. I'm not here to recite it all for you, but it looks like Chris Evans in the window as he's in the reflection of the window as he's walking up to the front door. Walks in, he's holding the Captain America suit, sets it down, puts it in a chest, and we see Chris Evans actually there, Steve Rogers, holding a baby, which is his baby. So that's kind of for the teaser for the most part. And then it says Steve Rogers will return in Avengers Doomsday, and then we get the Doomsday clock. So that is our teaser. That is our teaser that we saw. And by the way, we're not spoiling any of this or like leaking a leaked teaser because it is out there. You can go watch it. But I did spoil it, I guess. And I'm sorry, I should have said that if you were like, but also you should have known I was going to spoil it by the way I was talking. So I don't feel bad. Sam, talk to me. What were your first thoughts on this teaser? Everything you thought?
Listen, man, I'm gonna level with you.
Oh,
This
man.
doesn't do anything for my
Sam and I have
interest
not
in the
talked about
movie.
this either, by the
We
way.
haven't.
This is our first
Yes.
time talking about this, so I'm excited. Sorry. So you're saying
Listen, I just that baby also could be on the cover of a magazine called Babies I Don't Care About. Whatever. Okay, he had a kid. Like, I'm being overly critical for sure. But like this did absolutely nothing for me, Like I expected well, here's the deal. I think some of the leaks before said that we'll get a look at Robert Downey Jr. as Doom. That just didn't happen. So my expectations were we'll see something. We got absolutely nothing. So I don't know.
Yeah. I think I got more out of it than you did then. I
Oh,
guess.
good.
But I mean, I might just be optimistic. I guess let me kind of talk a little bit before I even give my thoughts on it. But did you have anything else to add? Because I don't want to cut you off.
No, although I did think that I haven't seen any of them, I was
Mhm.
under the impression that we were getting other teasers with that teaser. I
So
haven't
we
seen
are.
them, but
They're releasing a new one every week. Is
gotcha.
what
Okay.
my thought, what I heard. So this week with Fire and Ash, with it coming out, you get the Steve Rogers trailer. Next week, there's going to be, I think, a Thor
Yes.
teaser.
Heard that one.
Following that, I can't remember who. It can't be. I don't think it's Hulk. We get somebody else, and then the fourth one, oh, no. The third one, I think, is Robert Downey Jr. as Doom.
I think we're getting 4 though.
Right. The fourth one, I think, is going to be the official trailer for Doomsday, the first official
Oh,
trailer.
I gotcha.
That's just what I've read online. Probably not true. Can't trust anything right now.
A
Like we were talking about, yeah,
50-50, man.
50-50. If they did that, I wouldn't mind, but I think the point of them doing that with Disney owning the rights to Avatar and also to Marvel, they're like, hey, if we put in a new teaser every week, then people will keep buying tickets to Fire and Ash, and it will up the sales for that just so they could come see this. And even if they walk out, I
Yes,
think people
you
could get a
sold a
refund.
ticket.
Yeah,
Uh,
they sold a ticket. I don't know. The movie hasn't started yet, so I think they could technically go get a refund.
uh,
Kind of scummy, but it's
yeah.
also scummy that Disney's doing this, so it is what
Yeah,
it is.
100%. Just drop a real trailer, man. Come on. Don't
Yeah,
be
yeah.
babies.
So a lot of people are frustrated that Steve Rogers is back. That's probably the biggest thing I've seen. I totally understand that argument. We made, Sam Wilson, Captain America. He is supposed to be, you know, heading up the Avengers and whatnot. And I understand that. And that definitely was set up exactly how it is at the end of Endgame. Steve Rogers passes on the mantle. He gives the shield to Sam. My thing with all this is Sam has just been very absent in this phase. I mean, we got Brave New World. He got his own TV show with, Hawkeye and
Yep.
or Falcon and Hawkeye, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But like Falcon has not been Captain America. Falcon has not been good. Sam Wilson has not been a good Captain America. I don't think that's his fault. I think Disney just has like been a little bit chicken with his character in my book, but
Yes. It
I
they've done a disservice, honestly. I feel like they could have done really well. They
Mhm.
just stretched themselves too thin, and I think this is an argument you're gonna hear a lot out of Marvel fans after
Yeah.
Endgame, is they broadened their horizons with how much, money they made off of Infinity War and Endgame, and they
Mhm.
just got all of these IPs and characters out the gate that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
And it is cascaded, and they're trying to, like, reel people back in, I think, with this Steve Rogers thing. I think it's a weird decision, but at the same time, I totally get it because you're not gonna get people in movie theater seats for, Sam Wilson as Captain America.
Yeah. And it's again, I agree with you. That's not a knock on Anthony Mackie.
Not at
It's a
all.
simple knock on Disney not doing the justice to Sam Wilson that he deserved.
Yes, absolutely.
That's exactly what it is. I think Anthony Mackie has done actually a really good job as Captain America, or as good of a job as they would let him, right?
Yes,
And so
absolutely.
I think a lot of it had to do with the writing. The writing was pretty unfortunate for Brave New
Oh,
World.
yes, and the marketing was abysmal too.
The
Like,
marketing was
let's
bad.
just spoil the plot twist of this movie in the trailer.
Yeah. But even if we're just looking at a bird's eye view of Captain America in that movie, there's there was something missing, and I don't know exactly what that was for me. When I think of Captain America, Steve Rogers, I think of like, and I know they're two different Captain Americas. The point is that they're not supposed to be the same. But I mean, you could write him good still. You could
Yes.
put the effort
Yeah.
into making him a good Captain America, and they just haven't done that. It's almost as if Steve Rogers saw something in Sam Wilson and was like, "You are going to be a great Captain America," in the movie at the end of Endgame. But then it's almost as if Disney was, if they were listening to that and they're like, "Oh, Captain America, Steve Rogers passed the mantle on. So us as Disney, we need to do that." It's almost as if Disney didn't believe in that move
Yeah.
almost, and they didn't support it.
Yes.
So obviously Disney knew about it because, they funded the movie, but I don't know. I don't think Disney backed it that well. And that's kind of why we're in this place where Steve Rogers is coming back. We're in this place where we're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. I do think they probably have been part of the plan for most of the time, but yeah. So I guess let's talk about this. I enjoyed this teaser. I think I got enough out of it. One, I was thinking, I was like, gosh, we're getting a teaser like a year out from this movie. That's crazy to me. But this teaser, yeah, I even knew it. I was like, they're not going to show a lot. They're probably going to show enough to get people talking and get us excited, but they're not going to show a whole lot. And I think they actually kind of did a little bit. So we got Steve Rogers has a kid. Uh, Also, I think a lot of people are worried about Steve Rogers is coming back. Great. Now he's just, so what was the point of Sam Wilson becoming Captain America? I don't think you have to worry about anything. Sam Wilson is Captain America still. I don't think we're getting Steve Rogers Captain America in this. The teaser we saw was Steve holding the Captain America suit and putting it away. I think like that's a sign that Disney or the Russo brothers are saying this isn't Captain America, but this is Steve Rogers that
Mm.
you are going to see in Doomsday. That's my thought. Um, we see as a kid, we'll love to know more about that, and I think that's probably going to play a bigger role in this than we might anticipate. But and I've said this before, and I said this on a previous podcast. I can't remember which one specifically, but I said before, I was like, I bet Doomsday is going to open up with the house that Endgame closed on, with Steve
Hmm.
and Peggy dancing in the window. And I think Doomsday is going to open up with us back at that house, and Doom is going to come in and just F crap up. Like, that's my thought. Who knows? I could be wrong on that, but that's just what I'm anticipating. The Russo brothers are doing this, and the Russo brothers love to recall back to their movies. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, is there what did this give you any predictions for Doomsday? Seeing this teaser?
No. Um, I feel like the only thing it could give is a like, oh, he has a kid, and that's a
Mhm.
big deal. But that bothers me because it seems like a bit of a retcon in a way, if that makes
Uh-huh.
sense. It's like, yeah, he has a kid. Okay, then why have none of these projects mentioned Steve Rogers' kid in the past, 6 years? Because
The
like that
new
should
ones?
be, yeah, like any of the new Marvel projects, right? Him having a kid seems like a big deal, you know? But we'll see.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm trying to think. I think you're right. Like, the daughter of the OG Captain America, but I think that's a different because it's a different timeline. Because Steve Rogers went back to a different timeline where Peggy was still alive, because Peggy died in Civil War. Remember?
I don't think that's the case because he shows up at the end of Endgame.
Oh, my brain is killing me.
So I think
Yeah, no, you're right.
something's weird. I think that there's something that Doomsday has to deal with incursions. We both know that.
Right.
Something's fishy with the situation, and I think
S
that they'll yeah.
Yeah, Steve going back, staying, having a kid is creating incursions, and there's something else that they've recently another word, that
Something in Deadpool, right? They mentioned.
Well, that is no, not Deadpool, but I know Deadpool talks about anchor beings, and
Yeah,
an
yeah, that
anchor
too.
being I don't think Steve Rogers is the anchor being. I wouldn't be
I
surprised if he was.
I'm sure it's Robert Downey Jr.
It's that or Spider-Man.
Oh, it could be Spider-Man.
It's one of them 3. I don't think it's Cap,
That's
but I
true.
think it could be Steve Rogers. It could be, but it could be Doom. It could be Spider-Man.
It could be
I always
She-Hulk.
it better not be. Do we see She-Hulk? Do we see
I
She-Hulk in
don't think
Doomsday or
so. I
Secret
think the
Wars?
reception was so bad that there's no shot. The only way I could see it is if they loop in Daredevil somehow, but
Oh, we see Daredevil. I bet we see Daredevil in one of these 2.
I hope so. Oh my gosh.
But I would love to see She-Hulk be brought in and Doom just evaporates her.
Dude, yeah, like,
Like
we've
right
talked about
away.
this before. Doom needs to, in the first 60 seconds of his screen time, he needs to destroy somebody.
We
Like,
need to know he's a threat. Like, we
yes,
know he's a threat, but like
I'm telling you, dude, the comic line where Doom comes up, talks to Thanos, Thanos is like talking crap, and he just rips his spine out of his body, dude. Like, they gotta
yeah,
do something like that.
dude, that would be epic. I bet we get something like that. That'd be cool.
Let's have these be rated R, dude. Let Doom really go crazy on him.
Let me ask one more question before we move on. We get this teaser, we see Cap is back. Or I guess 2 questions, two-parter. How big of a role does he have in these 2 movies?
Ugh.
Because you are right. We got all of these other new characters now, but do we think he's going to have a big role? I wouldn't be surprised if I mean, he's the Russo brothers' first character.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
directed Winter Soldier.
I mean,
They ended Endgame with Cap.
my issue with all this is the saturation of characters that we know they have in this movie. I don't know how much screen time they can give every single character, you know?
Right.
So I'm hoping for Doomsday specifically to be revolving around Doctor Doom, not the superheroes. Let it be
It
like,
is Doomsday.
let it be about Doctor Doom and how he's planning to do his thing. Have
Yeah.
your like superhero characters have them doing like their thing, like maybe noticing that something's going on, but don't have them be central, like the main story, I guess.
You know, it's funny. When I think of the Harry Potter movies, there's one fun fact that always comes to my mind. And that is, who's the guy that plays Draco Malfoy?
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
Oh gosh.
Is it like Tom something?
Um, Tom Felton. Yeah, you're right. When I think about him, you're talking about how can we give everyone enough screen time? When
Mm-hmm.
you look at what is it, 8 movies? It's 7 books, 8 movies because they did part 1, part 2 of Deathly Hollows. When you look at the 8 movies, Draco Malfoy, Tom Felton, he only had 31 minutes and 45 seconds of screen time throughout the
Whoa.
entirety of. But when you think about Harry Potter, it's hard to think about Harry Potter and not think about Draco within the first 5 minutes of your thoughts of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Like, he is a vital part to that story. They did such a good job with making us think he's a big character. When you look at it, he's only been in 31 minutes of hours of Harry Potter, which is just wild. But again, he's relevant and he's there. I think they could do it. I think they could give us all of these characters within these first these 2 movies, Doomsday and Secret Wars. So my next question is, do you think we get a Disney Plus show of Captain America going back in time and in placing the Infinity Stones back where they belong?
I kind of hope not. I think that's a waste of resources, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Like, I think it could be cool, but like, we know that he succeeded. I don't know what kind of story there is to tell. I think it could be cool.
Yeah.
Like, just to see it happen, maybe a one shot, not even a series. Like, let's get the equivalent to a what if episode, you know?
Hmm.
But I think a series might be, I don't know. I guess if they did it right, like a mini series could be cool. Like one episode per stone or something. But
Like, are we bringing Steve Rogers back for just 2 movies, or is he gonna be back for more than that? That's kinda what I wanna know. But part of me
how
also
big's the
thinks,
paycheck? That's what
well, that's
matters.
that's part of it, but also part of me wonders, I don't know if Chris Evans would come back to play Cap if the Russo brothers weren't involved, and I don't see the Russo brothers directing a Disney Plus TV show.
No.
So part of me thinks we're not gonna get that. Is it out of the question? No, certainly not, but anyways, well, fun. We'll definitely be, we know that Disney said come the new year, 2026, they're gonna hit the ground running very hard with Doomsday marketing. So I think we're not gonna be short at all of any Doomsday
Good.
weeks to talk. We'll be talking about it probably every week leading up to Doomsday, would be my assumption.
Heck yeah.
We did get Stranger Things season 5, volume 2 trailer. We got that shown to us. There's a lot of thoughts that came from this, and a lot of vibes in speculation and assumptions. So, let me turn it over to you, Sam. You watched we both watched the trailer, but what were your thoughts coming out of that trailer?
I think that trailer got me so hyped, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good. It's such a good trailer. The score, like the soundtrack was amazing. The clips they showed were great. It's like they showed a lot,
What was that
but it
song?
means absolutely nothing yet. So I'm kind of excited about that. I will say, um, I remember watching the trailer. I've watched the trailer probably 3 or 4 times now.
Okay.
Watching it on the second time, I noticed something that a little bit of D&D knowledge will get you some information that I don't know if the Russo or Duffer brothers necessarily wanted out yet.
What was that?
It might be a spoiler, so I don't know if you want to hear a spoiler.
Oh, I don't care, but for our viewers, just know there's a spoiler coming.
And if it doesn't happen, I'll lose it. But there is a scene where they're showing like the big like black and red orb in the Hawkins lab.
Yeah,
And so there is a creature called the it's one of the dragons. It's either Tiamat or the Thessal Hydra in D&D. It's a dragon.
yeah,
And it's one of its abilities in D&D is that it sprays its like acid or something and it can melt through steel and metal. There are
interesting.
clips of a white acid or something melting metal in multiple scenes.
Okay, okay.
And if that's not them hinting at, this dragon that we've been talking about for years, I don't know what it is, dude. Like, I that is like if that would be the biggest bait of all time if they don't
Mhm.
have a dragon in this, at least in the finale.
It would be a big I agree with you. Big bait. That's what it would be. I mean,
Yes.
we have since the first 15 seconds of Stranger Things season 1, episode 1, there was the three-headed dragon just or not 15 seconds, it was within the first 5 minutes because the first
Yeah,
scene
yeah.
was in Hawkins' lab, but when we first saw the boys, bam, they threw down the three-headed dragon, I think is what it was on the D&D board.
Yes. And then Will's painting has
Yep.
a three-headed dragon on it.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
I think that it would be a huge disservice to their fans not to have a dragon. I don't even know
They
how
do
they're
need to
gonna do
have
it.
that.
I don't know how they're gonna do it because it just from a narrative perspective, it doesn't make sense yet, but it'd be cool.
I don't know if we get the dragon in Hawkins, though.
Oh,
Part of me is
that's true.
wondering if we only see the dragon in the Upside Down, or what's the
Dimension
in
X.
between? What is it?
Dimension X.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So
I
I don't
think
know.
yeah. Well, here the thing is there's stuff, that's getting melted in the Upside Down, so
Mhm.
we'll see. Like, we got this dude, like, this show has me on my toes, like, I cannot wait for volume 2 to come out. I
It
like,
looks good.
the hype it's up there for me. Volume 1 did fall a little bit flat for me,
Mhm.
and I think for a lot of people. but I still will keep my hopes up for volume 2.
I think that's where I'm at with this is volume 1 for me just did not land well for me. But volume 2 looks like it's gonna be amazing.
Yes.
And I think if volume 2 and 3 are great, then I think that will automatically, for me, make volume 1 really good.
I
I
agree.
think part of
Yes.
my criticism toward volume 1 is, okay, the pacing on this feels weird for it to be a last season. But if they can really hammer down volume 2 and 3 to be, like, exactly what the vibes are that we're getting in this trailer and as emotional as, like, everyone says it's going to be, man, I think volume 1 could actually be a really great volume, but the scare for me is I just don't know what the rest of the show looks like, and so if
Yes.
volume 2 and 3 are just like volume 1, oh,
Uh,
that we're getting another Game of Thrones,
no,
and
exactly.
that would
Yes.
be a shame.
I am worried that it's gonna happen, but I am kinda suspending that until I think
Right.
if volume 2 is bad, then, I'll start being like, "Okay, it's over." But if they cook with volume 2, we're good to go.
That
Volume 1
yeah,
was just it was a lot of setup, which
yeah.
is necessary, but if it doesn't pay off, who cares?
I think volume 2 needs to hit, because if volume 2 does not hit, then it doesn't matter how good volume 3 is. We've got,
No,
what,
exactly,
7
yes.
episodes of just, like, headache leading into hopefully what will be an
Yeah,
amazing ending, but we don't
and
know.
don't get me wrong, there's some really cool scenes in volume 1, specifically, like,
Yeah.
the house setup in volume 3 or episode 3,
Mhm.
and then the end of episode 4. Really good scenes, but they don't mean anything yet.
Right. I agree with you. I hate all these Camazot scenes with
Oh,
with
really?
yeah, not a fan at all. Um, I hope we get out of there pretty quick, and I hope it looks like we do from I'm watching the
Episode
trailers we
what is
talked
it,
about.
6? Episode 6 is Escape from Camazotz. So,
Oh, so that's the second ep and we get 3, so the second
yeah,
episode or what, 5th episode? 7th.
yeah. I
6th.
think 7 is gonna be our, like, huge, like, WTF episode, you know? I
I think
think
what I
that
was reading, the Duffer Brothers said episode 6 is supposed to be
oh.
that, and episode 7 is supposed to be the most emotional.
Oh gosh, dude.
That's what
Oh.
I think the Duffer Brothers put that out there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, this looks good. I'm super excited for this. I've got a hot take for what this trailer is putting out there. Steve is led to believe he's a goner. Maybe Dustin as well, and that's not a spoiler, that's in the trailer. I don't know that they're gonna die.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I I would not be shocked if they threw that in there to throw us off a scent or something.
I listen, man. I agree with you. I think you're 100% right.
Mhm,
I think it will leave a sour taste in my mouth if like 3 or 4 people don't die. Like 3 or 4 main cast. Not because I want them to or I want them to do it like just because of shock value, but
mhm,
because what are the stakes right now? Kinda nothing.
mm. I the only person, not necessarily because I want them to die, I just don't see how you get to the end of this and Will Byers is alive.
I'm with you
I don't
100%.
understand that. I do want Jonathan to die. Don't like Jonathan. What I don't want them to do is kill off Steve, and before Steve dies, there's this conversation between him and Jonathan, like Jonathan is gonna sacrifice himself, and Steve is like, "No, I need to sacrifice. You need to go take care of, uh" what's her name?
Nancy?
Nancy. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. You need to go take care of Nancy. Like, I don't know. I hope that's not how this goes because he does have an engagement ring, you know?
Yeah.
But it's also like, have you ever seen the movie called Armageddon with Ben Affleck?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it's like that at the end where he's like, "No, your job's to take care of my daughter." And
Yeah.
So I hope it's not like that. I thought Armageddon actually did it pretty good. Not a very well received movie, but anyways. Well, cool. Anything else you got for volume 2 before we move on?
I'm just excited for it. That's all I like. I I love Stranger Things. I think the trailer looked great. Just please, please, please stick the landing.
I agree,
That's
man.
all. That's all I need to say. Please stick the landing. Whatever.
I do I think they're going to.
I
I think we just are very like I think I think volume 1 just was not I don't think it was wise to release volume 1, 2, and 3. I think they should have just and I know Netflix pushed for that, but I think they should have just done an episode every week
mm,
leading up to
yeah.
the end of it. Like,
Or
1 episode a week would have been the engagement would have been nuts. So,
yeah, that's true. That's true. Or even do what they did with like season 4 and they dropped like what 6 episodes and then had 2 at the end.
yeah,
Like that's fine with me too because you with volume 1 you gave us like a taste, but it wasn't like worth anything.
yep,
It's like, okay, we knew Will was gonna have powers or have some connection to Vecna. W- Other than that, like nothing got answered and we got more questions. So
right.
they should have tacked on a couple of extra episodes to say, here's a few answers, and then you get your like final 2 episodes.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's too late now. So
Well, we will find out in just a few short days on
oh,
Christmas Day, to be specific.
yeah, man.
Uh, we are going down to Florida for
No way.
Christmas, and so we're gonna be at my in-laws, but it doesn't release until 8 p.m. And the way their house is set up, there's no shot I'm gonna be able to watch all 3 episodes at night. I know. So I told my wife, I was like, "Listen, we gotta at least watch 2, and then we're waking up the next morning, and we're watching the last one, all
You
right?"
gotta yeah.
And then I said, "Listen, on New Year's, not doing a damn thing.
Yes.
We're gonna I'm not going anywhere. If you wanted to go out with friends, you go do your thing. I'm gonna be my butt on the couch. I am watching the finale at
Listen.
home.
Yeah.
Not happening."
Listen, man, my wife is gonna be out of town when, I'm gonna be at my
For the
house
finale?
for the finale. I'm like, I'm on that couch eating probably something delicious watching that final
I know
episode,
what
dude.
you won't be eating
Oh, what?
is a, Baja Blast pie.
Yeah, you're right because it looks disgusting and like a waste of money, dude. I'm not spending $20 on this piece
Well,
of crap blue dye goop,
I
you
just
know?
thought we have proof, recorded proof of what I thought was a man of his
Oh,
word saying he
okay.
was gonna eat, but I could be wrong, so
You are wrong, you are wrong. I am a man of my word, but I'm not eating that crap, dude.
oh,
N I
I
It's not
might throw
happening.
in the replay. We'll see
Yeah,
in this
throw in the
edit.
replay. I'm not eating it.
Well, cool. We're a few short days away from it. December 25th, Christmas Day, 8 p.m. We are getting volume 2. A lot to look forward to with that. Sam, I saw Avatar Fire and Ash.
Tell me about it, man. I'm ready.
I went I saw Avatar 1 in theaters when that originally released years ago. Love that movie. I thought it was great. My wife and I went and saw no, I went and saw Way of the Water, I think. And when I saw that movie, I was just like, "You know what? I don't care for this world, this I get it. James Cameron is great. He's built this spectacle and he did a great job. And you even see that in Avatar Fire and Ash. You look at the water and you're like, that's real water. And a lot of it is not real water. And it just looks so real. The life of this movie, like the trees, the animals, like you quickly see like, okay, that's not a real looking whale, but you look at it and you're like, that could be real for all I know. It's just kind of he does that good with his visuals.
Yep.
This movie was Poo poo. This
No.
this was a bad movie.
No, dude.
You're faster than me. Look it up. What is it getting on Rotten Tomato?
Rotten Tomatoes, 70.
What did Way of the Water get?
That's a good question. Oh, sorry, it's a whoa! Fire and Ash has a 91 audience score.
Well, we need to get some people with taste to go see this
Oof.
movie.
Way of the Water has a 92 audience score.
What are the critics giving it, Fire and Ash?
Fire and Ash, 68 from critics.
That makes sense. This movie is not good, Sam. I went and got my ticket because I wanted to see the Doomsday teaser.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to see, I thought, wasn't it said that there's going to be a Odyssey trailer as well?
I thought so, yeah.
Nothing. There wasn't one at all. And I was like super bummed about that. This movie ended, Sam, and I got up out of my seat so quick. But let me tell you this. I walk up, I'm going to AMC to see this, right? I walk inside, I scan my ticket. The dude hands me 3D glasses. I was like, "Oh, no, 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 I'm in the Dolby theater." He's like, "Yeah, I know." So what? It's in the Dolby theater. I don't think that's a 3D theater. He's like, "No, it is." He's like, "But it does. It says Dolby. It doesn't say 3D." And I look at my phone, and it's almost as if someone just went and added 3D as I was saying this. I got tickets to a 3D showing of Avatar: Fire and Ash. For me, I hate 3D. I don't know about you. I I sucked it up. I was like, I drove about half an hour to get to this movie theater. I'm just gonna sit here and watch it. This movie sucked. So there's a few
Oh,
things I want to talk about. There's a character in this movie called Spider. Spider is the son of the villain. He is a human who escaped, I think. I can't remember. I don't really care if I get it wrong.
spoilers, by the way.
Yeah. I'm doing you a favor. So Spider is the son of a villain. This was in Way of the Water also. So, I mean, I'm
Okay.
not really spoiling this movie. But Spider has been living with the avatars. I know they have a name, but I can't remember. But he's been living with the avatars and he cannot breathe their air. So he is always wearing like this face mask with oxygen in it because he can't breathe the air that they breathe. Something happens, spoilers, in this movie where he can now breathe the air they breathe. And let me tell you something. It's not just that. It's from the moment this movie started to when you see Spider to the end, his acting has just been bad. I don't know if this is a writing issue or an actor issue. Jack Champion, who plays Spider, on the off chance you listen to our little podcast, I didn't enjoy your part. I don't know how to be more critical in a polite way, but the acting was like this, Sam, as if you said to me, we're in war, and you're like, Mark, we need a retreat. No, we can fight. Like that's kind of what the level of acting I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh, no.
I am not going to leave you, or
Oh.
there's like one scene, but it's not even just him. Like this whole movie had the best actors were Zoe Saldana. She killed it. And then Sam Worthington. Sam Worthington did great. Una Chaplin, she was the Avatar villain. She kind of caught me off guard. She did an okay job. She wasn't that bad. Stephen Lang was a little bit, hit or miss for me. He's the human villain that becomes an avatar. So I don't know. But all the kid actors for me didn't like it. Like Sam and Zoe, they tell their kids in the movie, like, hey, we need to take Spider back to the humans because he can't live with us because he needs human environments. And the kid goes, I hate you, and walks away. I'm like, dude, what? Like, I am just not submerged into this movie. Like, wait or emerge.
Yeah.
Like, way to take me out of it, So it was a hard watch on top of it being 3D. I will say watching 3D, there were a few times I forgot I was wearing the glasses. So it is what it is. But
All right. Well,
if I had to give this a rating on our scale, I'd probably give it a 4.
dude, I was thinking he's gonna say a 4 for sure.
I think I would give it a 4. It
All
is a
right.
gorgeous movie, man. And there are some scenes in it that are really cool, like some fighting scenes. But
Mhm.
man, overall, like this is one of those movies where I was like, I don't know that anything necessarily happened in this that progressed the story. It's the same movie every time. Here's humans, here are avatars. Humans want the avatar land. They land, they're shooting, there's arrows going everywhere, people are dying, avatars are dying. The avatars win, end of movie. Avatar 2. We're back with bigger and better guns. Avatar people come in, they lose, but last minute things happens and then the avatars win. Okay, Avatar Fire and Ash. We're here with bigger guns now and more of them. We're going to win. They do win and then they lose last second of the movie and now the avatars. So it's like I'm just over the story.
Yeah.
The way they're going to get me to come see the next one is if they attach it to another trailer. So
Hmm.
that's about it. Are you going to go see this movie, Sam, after
No.
my glowing review? Would you
I
say?
honestly, after The Way of Water, it's just like, I don't know. The
Yeah.
first one was cool, and it was like a spectacle. And then I remember as a kid, like I went to see it in theaters, looked it up online, like, oh, we're getting more Avatar movies. He's saying he's gonna make like 5 more Avatar movies. This is in
Mm,
like 2009, and I'm like, oh, cool, we'll get more Avatar
yeah.
movies in the next couple years. You lost me. I don't really just care. I don't care about it anymore, man. I feel like if you got me when I was still like, young, sure, cool,
Yep.
awesome, blue people fighting and whatever. Now it's just like, okay, do a different story at least. But
Yeah. This
whatever,
movie
man.
is this whole movie, all of it is the story is just not interesting for me. There's people
Yeah.
out there who I'm sure love this, apparently with the reviews you just read off. So good for them, but no, not for me. All right. Well, cool. Sam, let's jump to our radar real quick. I've got 2 things on here. Feel free to add to it. But you and I, we finished Welcome to Derry. So
Yeah, dude.
we're there with it. Give me your thoughts on the
Man,
show overall. And if I dare ask, if you will give us a rating
yeah.
of the show.
I mean, dude, listen. First off, my perspective was changed by a comment that we got on a video.
Yeah.
So that changed, my thoughts on it a little bit. It gave everything that I think you and I both asked for kind of at the end. Like, holy crap. The last 2 episodes were just like kind of peak television to me. Like
Yep.
just so good.
Real
Uh
quick, red guy on YT.
yes.
That's the dude
Yeah.
who left us the comments. So
Changed
shout
my
out.
perspective a little bit.
Yep.
So yeah, again, man, like they just they cooked with these last 2 episodes. Um like I don't even the actors, like the kid actors they had were just phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
blew it out of the water, man. Um and I'm excited for the next season. I think if I had to give as a whole, I would give the season probably like a 7.5 or an 8.
Yeah. I I'm right there with you. I was going to give it just a solid 8. I think this is a great TV show. This is another one. This is kind of like the problem, right? When you do episode by episode each week, this is the issue we ran into this season. Because I was saying for Stranger Things season 5, I think it would have been better for them to do episode by episode.
Yes.
That doesn't work for everything because I don't think that really works well with it. Welcome to Derry for me, at least.
Yeah.
Because it left me like, okay, we're going to see Pennywise this episode. No. This episode, no. So it would have been cool to get a volume 1, 2, 3 kind of thing for this show.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And so I am with you. Our friend on YouTube helped change my perspective as well. But also, I think I am a little bit more fond now of the earlier episodes because of the later episodes nailing it the way they did.
I
We
agree.
got so much of Pennywise in the last 2 episodes, especially that last episode was basically just Pennywise for the most
Oh,
part. He was vicious and amazing. It was just really good. So I liked it. I liked it a lot. I love
yes.
how they concluded it, but I also like how we're going to get the next 2 seasons because what we're going to do is we're now going to go to the past again for season 2 and then season 3 for the past to that past. So it's kind of like Red Dead Redemption. We got Red Dead
Yeah, yeah.
Redemption 1 and Red Dead Redemption 2, where it's a sequel, it's a prequel. So it's just
Yes.
cool. I like what they're doing. I'm here for that. Yeah, I would give it an 8. I think it's a great TV show. Now that it's all out, man, this is a show worth binging.
I was gonna say, yep.
Go binge this show. I could not recommend it enough. I think it's amazing. So,
Weekly is very slow. Binging
yeah.
is phenomenal.
I don't think you're wrong to do a weekly, but just know you're not getting Pennywise in the first 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah.
So, but if you're cool with that, go week to week. But man, yeah, this is it's raining outside. I've got a long Saturday. I'm gonna just order some pizza in or something. Go for it.
Yes.
And then we finally got our first episode of one of our most anticipated shows of 2025, Fallout Season 2, a follow-up to Fallout Season 1 that we got in the year of 2024. For me, that was my TV show of the year. I don't know where that fell for you as
It's up
well.
there. Great show.
It's up
Yeah.
there. So kick us off. We got episode 1.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
You know, if I'm being entirely honest,
Yeah.
I don't think it's my favorite opener.
Mhm.
It felt a little bit slow, but it felt very Fallout.
Yeah.
And I think it's true to their I guess their model. And I think that it's necessary, like, storytelling is what's happening right now. I think they could have had a stronger, season 2 pilot. It's fine. They
Mhm.
had some really cool fan service kind of moments, like playing Big Iron, absolutely incredible. Like that's like the standout scene, just because like if you've played the Fallout games, you know that song is so freaking cool.
Mhm.
Like it works so well, and they made it work in the show too. So I I don't know if I want to like. So far, it's fine. It's good.
Okay.
I'm excited to see where it goes. Could have been better for a first episode, but I'm not upset about it.
I I might be with you on that, to be honest. For me, I mean, I really enjoyed this episode, and I think you did as well. I think where I'm at with it is most of this felt like they were setting up the future of the season, the rest of the episodes. But then there were some characters who I thought would be doing that as well. That like the main character, I forget her name. What is her name?
It's like Lucy or something. I don't know.
Um, it is Lucy McLean. So Lucy and the Ghoul is his
Yeah.
name. They are. I would have appreciated a little bit more setup for what we're going to be seeing with their season. They just kind of felt like they were on this weird mission, and it came to an abrupt end near the end of that episode for me.
Yeah.
And so I didn't enjoy their part as much. But the Ghoul, I can't remember his character's name in Fallout. Cooper Howard.
Oh yeah.
He whenever we're seeing him as Cooper Howard, loving those scenes.
Yes.
There's a magic to this show, Sam, that makes you feel like you are playing the game without needing to experience
It
the
is
game.
incredible how they.
Yes.
Yes, I agree
Their
with you.
music selection, the color filters they have, the aesthetics they have going on, the from the cars to the house development to the little nods and kisses they have back to the homage of the games. And
Yes.
it is a beautiful, really good show. For me, I think this is probably one of the best video game adaptations we have had. And I'm not just saying Fallout Season 2, Episode 1. I'm just saying the season 1, the show in general, they've knocked it out of the park. It's really
Yes,
good. So I do have
absolutely.
high standards and hopes for season 2, and I hope they do good, and I think they will. So yeah.
I think so too. They just they need they have things they have to get out of the way,
Yeah.
and that they're just doing that right now.
Um, let's talk for a minute. I know this is a movies podcast, but we can talk about video games on here. Do we think we're going to get at the end of this season 2, there has been a rumored Fallout remake. Do we
Yep.
think we're going to see a remake next year for Fallout?
I mean, I'd like to. I'd really like to see. I don't think they're gonna remake Vegas. I just I don't see it happening yet.
I
I think
don't think
they're
it, especially since they didn't develop it.
yes.
Bethesda.
Yeah. I think they're gonna go for Fallout 3 first, which I'm okay with. I Fallout 3 was my first Fallout game, so
Mhm.
I'm totally excited to see that get a remaster. I think it deserves one, to be honest. Um, I think Vegas would be like appropriate for where we think the direction of the story is going. Um, but again, I don't know if I expect it.
I would like to see something, but I'm with you. I don't know, but I just think where we got the Oblivion remake this year, I would like to see the same thing next year for Fallout. If we don't get it by the end of this show, I don't, or if we don't get new, we need to get something on that by the end of this show.
Yes.
If we don't, then I don't really have a whole lot of hopes for it coming out this year. It's a
Yeah.
heavy hitting year of video games. So, anyways,
And it would have to be a summer drop, I think. Like the winter and spring is just way too stacked this year.
yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything. I think early fall is going to be heavy hitting, but I think everything, again, this is not a video game podcast, but people are gonna flock out of the way for GTA 6. Like, when
Yeah,
that comes, nobody's gonna wanna be near that. So
not
that'll
at
be
all.
interesting. Well, cool. Do you have anything else, Sam, you wanted to add to our radar? Anything you're watching outside of what we talked about
Um,
or
honestly,
excited, looking forward to?
I've been watching Pluribus. I've been taking a break from it just because, like, it's slow burn, but it's too
Mhm.
slow burn and it's annoying. So
I still haven't jumped into it yet.
I think that's okay.
Okay.
I think that's okay. It's
There's potential,
I
you
think there's
think?
potential, but every episode has been pretty much the same, and that's a little bit like,
Mm,
okay, like we get it. So I hope they do something cool with it. Don't
not a
know yet.
Breaking Bad, huh?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
I have hope. I think Vince Gilligan is an excellent storyteller. I just hope that it comes together.
Well, we will find out, I guess.
Yes, seriously.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us for today on Post Credit Chat Movies and TV. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I actually really did enjoy talking because I felt like we got to talk about a lot of cool stuff. So this was
Heck
fun,
yeah.
Sam. Remember, you can find us at all of our socials on X, Blue Sky, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all at the handle of Post Credit Chat. I want to give you guys a heads up. One, thank you to everybody who has helped us out. We are at 100, I think now 107 followers on YouTube.
Yeah, man. That's
107
huge. That's like
subscribers, I
a
should say.
first milestone.
That is a huge first milestone. That's amazing. So thank you to everyone who subscribed. And if you're watching this, hey, we would love for you to subscribe as well and give our videos a like and keep joining us on this journey. This has been a lot of fun and we've got more to come. And speaking on that, at the beginning of 2026, we are going to be putting out a video letting you guys know some changes and what the future of Post Credit Chat is going to look like. So you have a lot to look forward to with that. All good, fun, amazing, exciting things. Well, very cool. Thanks for joining us today, guys, and you have a great day. Take care.